This is a Techniques turntable. This is one of the 11 I bought a month ago or so. And this one sold for $190. It's got a nice orthophon cartridge, which brings up the value a little bit. Just need a little cleanup work. This is a plastic head shell from a vintage 1950s-60s Gerard record changer rather than a turntable. Record changer would be the correct name for it, as you can stack your records up. This is just the head shell, no cartridge. And for you stereo nerds out there, this is a 4-pin, so it is stereo capable. And this just came off a turntable that I just don't have time to recondition, so I'm parting it out. And this sold for $40. This is a wooden Chinese abacus. Kind of a cool vintage looking box, a little bit damaged. We got the instructions. I found this at a small town antique show. My girlfriend and I went there. It's just a tiny little town, probably about 50 miles away from Sioux Falls, out in the middle of the South Dakota prairie. And they have these annual antique shows or sales events. And this is just one of the small items I picked up for a couple dollars. And it sold for $30. This is an LL Bean down puffer vest, size extra large. I find these at the St. Vinny's all the time for about $4 or $5. This sold for $40. This is a box of vintage matchbooks, unused. Features an advertisement for 56 Plymouth on one side, the striker side. On the other side, a local garage in Wisconsin. I found these in a box lot with some other tobacco-related items, including a few cartons of L&M cigarettes with the colorful fall foliage package. And I was able to sell one of those for around $100 before eBay, after a few months, took the listing down. I guess I can't sell cigarettes even as collectibles. But these matches sold for $50. That's $1 a book. Upon first glance, these appear to be just realistic headphones sold by Radio Shack back in the 70s. But upon further research, I found that these were made by a very well-known manufacturer of headphones, Koss. I believe these are the Koss Model 6 over-the-ear cans. And so these sold for $40. They were just a couple dollars at a garage sale. This is a vintage Melton wool shirt. Beautiful mustard buffalo plaid pattern. It's a pretty nice shirt, but I thought it had become part of the permanent collection. I found this back in 2013 down in Arizona, and but it's not sold. A lot of people look at it, but I think it's the medium size that kind of made it take so long. I finally took a best offer of $18 for it. I'm sure it was $3 or $4 at the Goodwill in Arizona. Another Libby's glass coffee mug, just a single again, sold for $5. I bought 2 cases of these for $2 a piece. Slowly but surely they're going, but I believe the largest quantity at one time I've sold is 2. Hoping somebody would want like a half dozen. These are 4 cut or pressed glass finger bowls. Just box lot extra from the auction. I put them up for probably $30 and took an offer of $15 just to move them out. This is a Jägermeister painter's hat. It's really weird. It has it's sort of a double brimmed hat. And it came with a box lot of hats, and I just about threw it away, but I'm glad I decided to list it, as it sold for $20. This is a leather fanny pack, pardon me if you're British, bum bag. And it's leather, brand new, found it at a garage sale for $2. Had it for quite a while, And finally, somebody made an offer of $25 or $26 actually. And they had made an offer, didn't pay for it, wrote me back after the case was closed and said, you know, apologized. And I gave them the item number for the newly relisted Fanny Pack, and they bought it. This is a variable voltage transformer. Tube radio repairmen love these because you can plug your tube radio into it and then not destroy anything with the full 120 volts. You can bring it up with this rotating dial. And this was from the University of South Dakota. It was used in their student laboratory. And I got it at an auction along with a couple other pieces of electronic equipment for just $2 for the whole box. And I did have to replace the cord. The cord had gone brittle and it's just really bad. But replacing a cord is no big deal. Just get the soldering iron out and solder it up. And this sold for $60. This NRA James Madison Brigade hat sold on Together for $20. It's just part of a bunch of hats I bought, probably 50 cents into it. And again, this sold Together for $20. This is a Jensen field coil speaker. It uses current to create the magnetic field instead of having a big magnet on it. And this came out of this Hammond M3 organ. I bought this organ over the summer for 40 bucks. I actually got them to deliver it to my house, and I'd been slowly taking parts off it. That's where the speaker was. And the first thing I sold off this organ was a switch in the front. It said Leslie on it. These used to be able to control a Leslie rotating speaker. And I got $200 for that switch alone. And I've sold a couple other parts off it, and now this speaker went for $60. Had a couple of sales on Bonanza yesterday. These are a pair of vacuum tubes, Mullard brand. And these came along with a bunch of stereo equipment that I bought last year, and finally getting around to listing some of the small stuff. And these actually sold for $100. The other item, I already packed it up, was just a pair of oven-proof soup bowls with handles on them. And they just sold for $13. I find these piano lamps all the time, but I only buy them if there's something a little special about them. This one's got a treble clef decoration attached to it. You can tell it's not very vintage because of the style of the cord. That gold plastic cord gives it away. But it's a two light piano lamp or desk lamp. And I probably paid $4 or $5 at a garage sale, and it sold for $40.